Hey, everybody! It's Tales of Turam here. We're back with another interlude session. This is more like a dream sequence than anything. I'm here today with Moria, Gesh,
Hello.
Nope.
Eotis,
I'm coming.
mark another one off, and V.
No!
Howdy.
And we're here with Draconia, an interlude session. Shouldn't take too long. Anyways,
Liar.
So- Gesh, do you have any DM's inspirations?
No.
Alright.
He gets negative one.
I'm adding another mark.
Oh my
You
god,
get-
man.
no,
We all
give him
know when you
negative one
say we are
inspiration, and
ending in
next roll is
2
roll
hours,
disadvantage.
it's gonna take another 4 hours.
I'm adding a second mark, Gesh. Stop arguing with me. Anyways, so last time the party made their way to what was it? Hold on, why did I find no results? Slash play. Don't tell me it's not gonna work again. It is, okay. Last time, the party made their way to Moria's hometown, known as Snowden. This was after Gesh and Eotis had been kidnapped and ran naked through a prison break episode after adopting another surrogate daughter to the group. Eventually, they met up at a place called the Crash of the Icewind, a large ship within Snowden's lower districts, we'll call it, hosted by a blue-furred orc woman of pig skin, wherein she gave them orc milk out of her tits, and seduced Gesh, successfully. The party slept for the night after doing a little bit of things over the course of the night. As they sleep, however, that's where we begin. So, as you all begin to fall asleep, the cold air brushes against your... If you sleep in clothes, it brushes against your hair. If you sleep in your underwear, it brushes against your nipples. And if you sleep naked, against your genitals. You all can choose what that is, but I'm not going to let you say. As you all sleep, you hear the sound, ding, of a dinner bell ring, as you hear echoing through large halls. Which is strange, because none of you recall that you are in a hall-based structure. Give me a second. Sorry, I was just pouring myself a drink. So, as you all hear the sound of a dinner bell ring, or a church bell, you're unsure, but it sounds like a dinner bell at first. You all awaken in rooms. Each and every one of you awaken in a different room. Within a bed, a canopy bed, of matching color to your personality. For example, Moria's would be purples or blacks or blues, or even a little bit of red. Felts and sheets that cover her areas. Actually, I'll say you each awaken naked as well, but we'll get to that in a second. Okran arrives in a brownish-green kind of room. Eonis arrives in an orange room with yellow dots and small bits and silk fabrics of blue and green. And Gesh arrives...
And a brown stain pattern.
Shut up,
forget that.
Okran.
And Gesh arrives
I
in a
was-
completely silver and gossamer white room. As you all awaken, you all have a similar room, though you can't see each other. You see a large wardrobe, a door that exits the room, a mirror, a window that seems closed, and as you look out, you can see this majestic lakefront city before you in the distance. You are on a mountainscape, it seems, somewhere far off from where you know. You can see the clouds. That's strange, because you're not on Draconia, and you can see the clouds floating above the lake, not too far. As you look out, you can see these spires of brass and copper that raise to the sky, large and heavily, how should I say, turning green is what it should be. I don't know that name. Oxidized. You can see small glints of magic pulsing at their tops. You see people walking around and flying. You also see in the room is a desk with a paper upon it. An envelope, sorry. Bits of paper, small bits, and then an envelope. As each of you unfold the envelope, which you do so naked because you're not dressed, you see an invitation to dinner by Sir Sarah Copperhead. Sarah is spelled S-A''P''R''A. Sarah. P is silent.
Wait, was that homoclotopia thing a
It is
dream?
taking so much self-restraint not to make a joke.
I know, it's a pterodactyl
I
joke,
know.
motherfucker.
I don't have any more DM's inspirations to even get rid of, so the
It
only time I can make a
is.
joke is I lose mine. I get a mark.
Well, Gesh is right now trying to figure out if he's insane or not because he thinks all of that shit that happened was a dream.
I'm gonna look around the room and try to see if I can find my clothes and my gear.
Yes.
Oh, I just bit my cheek, motherfucker.
You silly dude.
I hate it when that happens.
You guys get a mark for that.
What?
Like, no.
we get a...
That's not our fault.
we get a mark for his fuck up. That's
So-
actually funny.
Make an investigation check, anybody who wants to look for their clothing or items.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh god.
Ah yes, my minus
gotta
2.
find something.
9/11.
I don't wear much, but I
9.
wear something.
Yes.
Oh god.
Why did you random character in my chat, guys?
You said roll of what?
Wow, Basilius, you rolled a
Perception,
26.
right?
That's so impressive.
So, Eotis, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Looking around, you don't find your clothing, but you do find the wardrobe. Gesh,
Well.
looking around, you find the wardrobe. Moria, you find the wardrobe.
Hang on, I gotta pull. I don't know why I didn't have Ogren's stat sheet open. My apologies.
I am gonna open the wardrobe.
Okay. Well, we're waiting for Okran because he has to roll too. Unless he just wants to go to dinner naked. Okran, you see the wardrobe, and as you get out of bed, you notice you're medium-sized.
That's not right.
Open the wardrobe.
As you all open the
Yeah, it
wardrobe,
was
you see before you clothing befitting nobility that is laid before you. If you would like to describe your clothing that you pick out and wear, Moria, please, for the dinner.
I hope she didn't find any shoes.
Okay. Let me think. I need to cook.
We'll skip you right now. Gesh, what kind of clothing do we see as you don this clothing? We'll say you don it and look in the mirror as you don clothing. What does it look like?
I need to figure this out right because I have no idea.
All right,
what-
if I have one more person say they need to figure it out, we're getting a mark. V,
Yep.
what does your clothing look
so
like? I will say, as you looking in the mirror as you're trying to put the clothing on, the tree's not on your back
the tree's gone.
for now.
Don't like that.
You can see
Do
like
not
shimmering
like
of where
that.
its iridescent patterns would be, and you can tell that it's there, but it's not. It's ethereally gone at the moment.
Don't like that. Do not like that. Ogren, despite his hesitations at his permanent companion being ethereally gone, it begins to put on the clothing that's been prepared for him, which wouldn't be as much as it is for the others due to his unique physiology not allowing for much of upper clothing to be worn. It would definitely, he would have dress pants, of course, because down there is all connected. Perhaps even cufflinks to at least give the impression that he's, making an attempt at least. Though the tie the wouldn't sit straight, so he doesn't have one of those.
Okay, look at
Damn
channel
it.
chat. That's you.
It's
Thank you,
not by
I'm
choice.
looking
It's
for
just
an
how
outro.
he is.
Anyways, so as you put on these cufflinks, this slick collar, as well as bedazzle yourself a little bit, you grab a small beret, I'd say, or something else to cover your head. Or does Okran have hair?
No, he doesn't.
You could if you wanted to.
Though we could say it's a small bowler cap, perhaps.
He picks up a fucking judge wig and just wears it.
Oh my god.
No.
He has a fedora. He
The
tipped
full
it.
white wig.
He wears a fedora, milady.
And a monocle.
He picks up his bowler hat and puts it on as he begins to walk toward. Is there anything else you would like to do in the room, Okran, or would you like to walk towards the door? No.
I mean, I don't see anything else. You said correct?
Not really. Nothing else that piques your interest besides a large painting of you in your clothing that you're wearing at the moment, in a stoic position, staring down towards the bed.
Interesting.
So let's roll dice.
Well,
Notice the eyes have been following you the entire time you're here, by the way.
Oh.
take a closer inspection at it.
You watch as the eyes that are following you stop and immediately go back to their normal position, and they stop following you.
Mm.
Does that end you?
Yeah, Ogren is going to step out of the room since he's not sure where the rest of his stuff is and hopes that he'll be able to find it at some point.
Okay, you step out of the room. Eotis, what are you wearing? I'll say, as you look in the mirror, your wings are not present at the moment.
My wings are gone?
At the moment.
Oh, that's weird. So as I slip into the
As you slip
The
into
royal
Moria's
attire.
feet, what?
it's just a suit. It's just a suit costume of a foot, perfectly made to Moria's. No, it's a beautiful like ball gown, but made for a man. So it's orange and gold. It's orange and green with gold accents and like jewel encrusted collar, with the buttons as it is a button down are made of diamonds. But like blood diamonds, so with a blood red assortment. There's also a fancy fake mustache he puts
So
on.
you're wearing a dress?
Yes.
Okay.
No, no, I specified. It's like have you ever seen one of a ball gown and it's just a suit. I was looking for the word for suit. It's a ball gown for men. So, a suit.
Okay.
Ew.
Anyways, so as you step out of your room, right?
Yep.
As you step out of your room, Gesh, what are you wearing?
Well, Gesh would wear a tunic of silver color with a little bit of gold lining and a cloak worn over the tunic, holding with a copper and silver brooch. Genuinely some fine clothing. I don't know how to describe clothing very well, I'm sorry.
Anybody wondering? Yes, he is wearing the Dumb and Dumber orange suit. That is now canon, motherfucker. And because of that, you get an DM's inspiration, like I said. Anyways, so sorry, you said you're wearing a suit, right, of silver and white, and it has like copper and silver brooch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in your room, or you step out?
I would look around a little bit.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Like details about the room that I didn't notice at first. Like, trying to figure out why I have no memories of this place.
You're just confusing yourself more as you look around.
What?
Your character just continues to confuse themselves more as they look around because they don't know exactly where the fuck they are, anyways.
He's just gonna sit down.
Okay, Moria, what are you doing? What are you wearing?
Yeah,
Who are you doing?
yeah, hold on. Yeah, who am I doing? The king. I'm sorry. I'm not. I got like what I want to describe. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it justice though, but I'll try. Um, Moria will go to the wardrobe and pull out a kind of it's like a pale purple and blue kind of dress that has white sleeves and a kind of white top covering her chest. She'll grab a black corset with like a gold lining in the center and the same colored bluish purple kind of thing on her sleeves will extend down to her ankles. And she'll be wearing heels and a black choker. And
What?
here you go.
Step on me. What?
What?
Hold
I
on.
thought that was Moria sending what her character looked like. The stupid Among Us.
It is what it looks like.
Not bad, but I would call that more of a baby blue than purple.
Yeah.
Those tits.
I'd,
Don't know who's an inspiration.
Alright, I'll give you DM's inspiration, Moria, for that. Because you actually have a
Thank you.
picture. Just like...
I was
Enos.
generating.
Yeah.
I was generating.
Alright, so... It's the three of you step out of your rooms, right? Moria, you're not doing anything else here?
Yeah, I imagine I'll see the eyes and I'll glare at them and make them go away.
I'll say, also, your passive perception does pick up, Moria, because it's higher than Okrin's was. A jewelry box.
No, mine's actually the same as hers now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
No, I think what?
What's yours right now, Kyron?
24.
So is mine.
Oh, neat.
Oh, okay then. You do see... You both would have noticed jewelry boxes in the room, as well as a bit of perfume and,
Oh, I'll wear perfume.
makeup, if you wanted it.
I'll
wear
put on
makeup.
perfume and a touch of lipstick and maybe a bit of blush, but that's it.
Okay.
I'm naturally beautiful. I don't need that much.
Okay.
Okran doesn't need such petty things.
Ogre just
He is
comes out looking like a
naturally-
fucking clown. Like a drag
Yeah,
queen,
Yoda.
just like, hey guys, time for story reading.
Yes, just think it's like a fancy water bottle and drinks it.
Gesh, you see a fancy water bottle on the desk. You are parched, by the way. Make an intelligence check.
I just wanted to say, should I take intelligence check?
Yeah, intelligence check, because you have a 9 intelligence, so we'll see. It's like a kid seeing a fancy perfume bottle for the first time. You're like, oh, that looks cool. Should I drink that?
15.
You see like the pink liquid inside of it. You're like, that's perfume. No, don't drink it, Gesh. You're like about to grab. You're like, no.
I mean,
No.
pink water. That could be like an
Maybe I
aphrodisiac.
should find out where the others are.
Well, I mean, did the one that has even lower intelligence think of this?
Eotis did not see them.
Yeah, I'm just
fair
really
enough.
dumb.
Meanwhile, the three of you that stepped out of your rooms step out of your room and see the others, aside for Gesh. You see,
guess it-
standing next to each of your doors. Well, you said earlier you didn't step out, Gesh, so we're going off that. You see, standing by each of your doors, at 3 of the doors, there are butlers. At one of them, which is Moria's, is a female maid. They are in they're in this copper bronzish kind of like colored tuxes that seem to, at the edges, turn to a oxidized green. You can see gold and brass buttons that seem to go across their tux as well. The tux is pulled out at the top and flared. You can see white clothing underneath that mashes to a greenish yellow. You can see they're wearing similar colored gloves, and they each have each of the butlers have beautifully manicured facial hair that seems to come up into a twirled mustache and a very pointed goatee. Each of them seems to have this brownish, kind of bronzish, sandy kind of colored hair. And they have their hair slicked back into a ponytail that pulls downwards. Their eyes are brass in color. Oh, sorry, their eyes would be green in color, sorry. And they're wearing large knee-high boots. The maid is wearing a beautiful dress of similar color design, but it comes out and it seems to be a maid dress, a French maid dress. Not one of the skimpy ones. Actually, let me roll
Aw,
D100. Let me roll D100.
Come on.
No,
come on.
it's a skimpy one. You can see the girder underneath. Anyways, as she stands by Moria's room, and they each hold a towel or a tray, and as you three step out, the three that are near your rooms immediately turn to you to greet you at the same exact time, same exact movement speed, as if they've trained this multiple times. And you see the one near Gesh's room turns back towards the hallway. As you hear, in unison, the three that are speaking, "Welcome to Sara's Manor. Thank you for attending his dinner. I hope you arrived well and your journey was not horrible. Please, if there's any allergies or anything that we need to know about, tell us beforehand so we may prepare. If there's any other accommodations we may suit you with, please, be our guest and ask." And they're all saying this in unison. Besides Gesh's, who's, like, sweating profusely at the moment.
Gosh, how could you?
Sorry about my friend. He's a little slow. Get it? Get it? Get it? I'm like
Do we take psychic damage?
Yeah, everyone take 5 points of psychic damage. Except for Gesh. Gesh is gonna take a while to get that one.
Yes, that was heavy.
Anyways. The three seem to look towards, like, Gesh's door, and they're, like, nervous at the moment. They cough, and you can see the other butler, like, pulls out a small bell and and, like, knocks on Gesh's door. Gesh, you hear
I would go out.
as you step out the door and close it behind you. "Welcome to and he does the whole spiel. Anyways, and the four of them, please, if you'll follow us, as they begin to walk down the hallway.
Oh, might as well follow.
Well, when in Rome. Wherever that is.
What the fuck is wrong?
Yeah, what the fuck is Rome?
As you guys
What are
walk
you on about? Sorry.
Mark? As you guys... No, I'm fucking with you. As you guys walk through this large, audacious hallway, it's 30 feet tall. Maybe even bigger. You can see busts on the wall. The first one was the maid's tits. Anyways,
Nice.
They're a little longer
chandeliers
than
that
the other.
hang... What? Chandeliers that hang... There's a large... Give me a second here just to make sure. It's a large copper-like design to this place. You could see oxidized copper, a bit of bronze and brass, but not much. Some gold. A lot of earthy metals, specifically. Silvers. Things that could be found in the earth. Gemstones placed in different places. A large rug, but it's made of, like, sheet metal. But as your feet touch it, it seems to have an enchantment that makes it feel like a rug. Because none of you have shoes on.
I have heels. I said I was wearing
Oh,
heels.
I didn't hear the heels. My bad. The only one
Yeah.
with heels is Moria. As
I look down in disappointment.
you look at Okrin's chompers instead.
Them big old stompies.
You eventually begin to pass by a large windowed to your right on the hallway. And as you look to your right, you can see the panes of glass go up 30 feet, and they seem to overlook the large lake that you had seen in your rooms. But you see flying in the sky dragons and beasts in unison. There's an ecosystem here within this clouded area.
What an interesting place.
Very interesting indeed. It would be a lot more interesting if we had our weapons on us. Where are we?
I'm more curious about the history, honestly, but that can be asked later.
I saw my fucking coat.
Oh, she doesn't have her coat on. She's weak. Get her.
Oh shit, Moria doesn't have her coat.
I
Eventually,
don't have my...
you make your way up a few staircases towards a large set of double doors made of bronze and copper, with golden inlays, gemstones galore. And they turn towards you. This is the dining hall. If there's any allergens, let us know now so the chefs may correct any mistakes. They look towards you. Anybody want to speak up?
I don't think I'm allergic to anything.
Is there anything you would like us to add to the menu that we can provide?
I look over towards Gesh and then back towards her. I think my friend here might want some orc milk.
Hey! What up?
Me? No, that's Mori. No, it's Gesh.
Gosh, you're
it's definitely
fucking
Mike.
breathing as you're masturbating into the mic, man.
So that was my fan.
Oh.
I
Well,
would like a
unfortunately,
beef bourguignon.
A beef burger? I'll
beef
take
No,
a beef
burger
burger.
on your
bourguignon.
dick, what?
I'll take a beef burger too.
No, it's not a.
We can get some of the Highland cows to be butchered. Alright. Samus, would you mind? And you see the butler for Gesh's room. I guess. But I mean, after all, you didn't join us in the introduction. You were kind of late. I understand, I'm going. And he just walks away.
What?
To be fair, it's difficult to join an introduction when you aren't
go ahead and-
when there's no one to introduce yourself to.
I'm gonna use divine sense to see if I can sense anything.
What does it pick up?
So I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or the low node location of any celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover.
You sense nothing.
I don't even
You-
sense Moria? Oh god.
Well, you do detect Moria. You detect Oakland's tree. You also detect Gesh as well. But you detect all the butlers and maid all have a tiny tinge of celestial energy.
Oh right. Can I tell the There's still the maid and stuff is around still,
Yeah,
right?
they're still at the door waiting for you to say if you have anything or if you're ready to enter.
I cannot eat on silver dishware.
Good to know. We will remedy that for you. And she goes
I
and
would
walks
actually-
into the door herself.
I would actually prefer to eat on silver dishware.
Understood. She keeps walking into the door and closes it behind her.
Well, let's hope they don't get those two mixed up.
So I'm just going to see. Well, I think that covers everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes, you're not gonna freak out if they bring out a piece of meat with a bone on it, would you?
What do you mean by freak out?
Never mind. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I don't understand it either.
I don't.
There's a bone knight.
PTSD from becoming a bone
God.
knight.
Yeah.
That was a bad joke. Embarrassing.
Do turtles have a specific diet, or do they just like eat like pieces of leaves or something? Or...
Fun fact: omnivores.
I'm hungry. Let's go. I want my shit back.
Yes, let's-
Agreed. I am actually kind of hungry.
So, as you all enter into the dining hall, this grand entrance, an octagonal room that seems to go about 30 feet of beautiful stone and marble on the ground before these brass, bronze, and copper pillars shoot upwards. And there's archways that lead further in as you see about 7 or so steps that lead down to a circular, what is it called? It's It's like when the floor dips down a little bit and then back up. It's mainly in like thoroughfares and like coliseums and stuff like that.
I don't know.
We're gonna call it a layway. You know what I'm talking about? Like in like, for example, in the Sistine Chapel, I think it is. There's a staircase that leads down, and you can look up and see the roof, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then,
know
like,
what
you
you're
could
talking
go,
about.
Yeah, it's like a center point of a room, and you guys can go down to like an area. But in that area, you can see a beautiful round table about 300 feet in diameter. Upon it, there are candelabra, there are dishware, silverware. A portion of the table is being changed out from silver. And hanging above it is a large chandelier of copper. You can see, sitting amongst it are many people who are sitting at the table conversing. As you all walk in, the room smells of lavender. I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw.
Everyone gets a +9. This is without my cloak protection on, so. Yes, you have a
Heavy,
+9.
I know. I have a +6.
You do not have a oh, you haven't. Okay, I saw the 16 -1 that you rolled earlier and thought that was it. I thought you had a -10 to your charisma. I was about to say.
Who's that, Basilius?
I don't know.
Little rids.
Anyways.
Alright.
Damn, Gesh. Smash, what?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have discovered, like, I've realized Gash is a himbo.
Mm-hmm. I always knew it. Anyway, so as the party enters, Moria, what did you roll?
22.
You recognize the smell. Actually, because you did put perfume on, I do need you to roll again and take the lower.
I don't think she can get much lower.
No, yeah, 22.
22. You do sense the hint of an aphrodisiac or something of a similar nature. Yesh, what did you roll?
31.
On con? Sorry,
31.
charisma. Oh, okay, yeah. Eotis?
37.
Fuck you. Okran?
23.
You all smell the scent, and it seems to overwhelm you for a second before you look down, and as your divine sense is fading, Eotis, you see below you, well, as you enter into the room, this large, flaming aura of divine energy. And you look down towards the table, all of you see at each of these chairs is high-backed with the highest backed chair of copper, with golden lining at the top and oxidized copper on the sides, creating this like wing-like pattern that comes down to the arms. A human woman, about 7 feet tall. She has this beautiful copper dress on that falls, silks falling off of it, a high-backed collar, green hair that seems to fall over her shoulders through her dress and then out its back, seemingly braided beautifully. She has these yellow eyes and this glistening off-white skin that almost in this color light looks copper. And as she talks to the individuals at the table, she holds a wine glass and you hear, "Oh, but I think it's time for you all to go. I have business to attend to." It was a pleasure, dears. And you can see all those people begin to dissipate. Moria and Okran, make me... Actually, I'll have all of you make me perception checks. Moria and Okran, make it with advantage because you have such high perceptions.
Okay, I got a -1. With a nat from a nat 1.
Got to 2. Wow.
27.
God damn it!
28.
Okay,
Wow.
so, Eotis, we'll get to you. Moria, Okran, you both ping...
Oh wait, no, my bad. It's actually 30. I forgot it's changed.
You both ping a single individual that you recognize immediately. Okran, you ping king of Darath, and so does Moria. But, Okran, you also ping someone else. You ping someone you met in the past. Who is that? It's a turtle, but you can't recall their name. As you start to try and think about it, suddenly you start to bleed out the nose a little bit, and it's gone. Anyways, continuing. Gesh, as you're like, oh, they're disappearing. Ooh, they have hot. You look and you see they have meat on the table as you begin to run down. Meanwhile, Eotis, you like go, oh, they do have meat, and you start to run past them, and you trip on the stairs.
Come on.
Roll me 3d6, Eotis.
God dang it.
Jester trigger. Let's go.
15.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and I will say each of you gain a Demon's Inspiration besides Eotis for Martyr Jester.
Come on.
Yotis, are you okay?
I'm like face first on the floor. I don't want to talk about it.
Now that you're on the floor, you can see that the marble floor is green in nature, and it goes to a large silk and beautiful tapestry-based carpets underneath the table. And now that you guys are entering into the room, you can see tapestries and braziers upon these pillars. You can see their roof continues up way past the chandelier, and the chandelier seems to go 300 more feet before it just goes to a yellow sky. You can't even, there's no sky above you, there's just this yellow foreverness.
I like try to get up, bump my head on the table, and then before I just slowly stand up,
You guys see this big welt starting to appear on the back of his head?
and just look incredibly embarrassed at everyone staring at me.
Well then, I didn't expect a performance before meeting you all. Hello, and she stands up. It is a pleasure
What are
to
you
meet
laughing
you.
at? You think I'm some kind of clown?
It is a pleasure to meet you, Marked View.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well.
I've heard stories about you all. Are they true?
You?
Depends on what the stories are.
Yes.
A lot of raunchy stuff, to be honest, but pretty reliable. Always being knocked down and getting back up. A pain in another side. Survivors.
It's been the goal thus far.
Well, I wish to see that for myself, which is why I invited you all here as my guests. Now, I am Sara, Mother of Bronze, Queen of the Floating Lands of Braziel. Floating Lands of Braziel. BRA'_OZIEAL. Braziel. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You got that?
Yeah, I got that.
Read it back to me.
Got that. Yeah.
Mother of Bronze, Queen of the floating island or isle of Braziel, BRA'_OZIEAL.
Good. You guys are gonna be like, brah.
It's a good thing she's pronouncing it for
Looks
us.
good, bro.
Anyways, I've invited you to a feast. Why don't we sit down and talk? Or, if you want to prove yourselves, I would love to see how you do in a duel.
Can we eat and then duel?
I'd say choose one or the other. I don't have much time here as a queen, after all. I have a few other a few other things to attend. Or
As much as I'd enjoy entertaining you, the issue is I don't have most of anything.
oh, that
What's
can
wrong,
be
Ogre?
arranged. She
Eh?
snaps her fingers and you all get your weapons.
Cool.
And Moria.
Does
and-
the tree stop
yeah.
being ethereally god?
It does. Well, it doesn't, but you still get its abilities.
Oh,
Well,
So
What
anybody,
happened
if
to
you are wearing the clothing provided to you, consider it your armor. for this point, or anything you were wearing. Now, if you want to do a duel, we can fight fisticuff style. Or, because I am so curious about you all, we could play a little game. Little truth or dare. Secrets are very fun. You know. Prying into them, learning about them, learning about others. And she looks towards you, Moria. So, I'm willing to do whatever you want. Eat. Or be eaten. So, what'll it be?
I dare say a game sounds like fun.
Oh, okay. And the rest of you, do you accept this proposition? A game?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have too much to lose.
Aside from privacy, dear, nothing.
You sure you already stripped us naked? There's not much left of privacy here.
Oh, let me tell you. You all have some excellent bodies.
I blush. Oh, you two. I'm
She
sure.
blows you a kiss.
I mean, I dare say it's not exactly anything impressive. At least mine isn't.
Anyway,
I mean, not right now.
so,
but-
a little truth or dare, a little say and forgets. How about it? And she's gonna cast Zone of Truth in the entire room. I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
Everyone gets
I
a
would just
+9.
fail.
Well,
Willingly.
okay, you fell willingly.
I mean, if I...
That's a
what I-
37.
Jesus
You just
Christ.
reroll. She's gonna use a mark.
Okay.
She's gonna use a mark.
I
29.
Okay.
I'm thinking
I know
might
that
just
fails.
fail, but,
26.
it's...
26. Failure.
Yep. Okay.
Basilius, failure.
I knew it. 37 was a
23,
success. That's why
failure.
they made you reroll.
Okrin,
Yeah.
failure. Well then, it seems you've all failed the spell. Now we can get start the game. Sit down and let's have a feast while we play a little game. So, first, this is how the game will go.
What's
I'll
the-
ask a question. We'll start with me, of course, but I will ask a question. And then the person must answer it. And then they become the question asker, and they can ask anyone here about their deepest secrets. Another question you have to answer, or you could play coy. But if you play coy, it's no fun, and the other person can ask another question to you or another individual. How's that sound? Sound fun?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go first. Eodis.
Well, as I swallow. Yes.
What do I think of you? Who would you save out of all of your companions
Myself.
if in a... Let me finish my question. And the entire room shakes. You lose a DM's inspiration.
That's how he would have reacted, though.
In the middle of her sentence, you're gonna fucking...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Zone
cool.
of truth. I'm still gonna think I've done it, right?
No, you get it, you keep it, but don't interrupt me, motherfucker. In a life or death situation, who would you save out of all your friends if you could only save one, dear?
And I'm supposing that I am not in this equation?
You're still in your equation, but you're saving yourself and another.
I would save... I look towards Guest, quickly shake my head. I look towards Moria, think about it. I look
Think
towards
about her
Okrin,
feet.
think about it.
Think about his stompers.
I would save Moria.
Oh, how sweet.
I would ask why she crosses her legs and hands, but it's not my turn to ask questions. As you guys are eating and drinking, you heal any damage you've taken. Eodis, it's your turn to ask anyone here a question. She leans forward. You guys could have fought this bitch, by the way, but you decided to have a little fun game.
Oh, it's gonna be much more fun to play a game.
Yeah.
After all, we get to learn more about all the characters. That's the fun
Yeah,
part.
I know. That's why I was like, let's do this instead. I guess I'll give them the option. Eotis, it's your turn to ask a question to anyone in the room.
I look towards Moria.
Mm.
Were you? This is something that has bothered me for a while. Were you genuinely sexually interested in your own past self for a time?
What the fuck?
Remember, you must answer truthfully.
I am answering truthfully.
I think you were interested in the concept, but not like.
No, absolutely. Like the no, Yotis, I was not sexually interested in my past self when we first came back. And not even now, especially not now.
You see, Sarah is pouring some she like appears like several of her appear. Actually, no, I'd say a few maids and butlers appear as they start to pour you guys wine and other drinks.
Oh, thank you. No, gods no. Ugh.
Well, that would make it your turn once more. As I look towards the copper dragon lady,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Or Sarah, if you will.
Surah.
Moria, it is your turn to think of and ask a question to any of the characters that you wish. And if you guys want to roleplay in between, by the way, you can. Well, I think it would be an interesting concept to understand exactly what would happen. Like, would you create yourself again? Or what would happen? That would be interesting to see.
Right?
I agree. We might have to talk later, Moria.
Huh?
Anyways, dear, I believe it's your question.
Alright, alright.
Out of character, I was going to ask them like the copper Sora, like a general
Sarah.
question of, like Sarah. I
It's SA'P''A''RA. Sarah.
It's hard as fuck to pronounce when it's like this. Okay. But I was going to ask her a better question. Specifically, I was going to ask her, "Where are we, and how did you bring us here with such ease?" But I was like, "Nah, Iris isn't smart enough to ask that kind of question now."
Anyways, Moria. It is your turn.
Sarah, I've never heard of this Isle of, give me a second. The Isle of Ozio. Where in Turam are we? Or are we not in Turam?
Oh, it's like a world hidden above the clouds. Kept secret for a reason, dear. I can't give you its exact location. In fact, you're not here in your physical selves at the moment either. In your dreamlike states. But I was so interested I couldn't keep myself from bringing you.
That does explain why we have no recollection of how we got here.
Agreed. Although I've been finding myself forgetting a lot more things recently.
Well, it's my turn now. And she puts like a clawed finger up to her chin. And she pushes it forward a little bit. Gesh, dear. Why did your dreams have such strange memories of you and the Otis having a sexual relationship and children? Tell me more about that.
I don't think I would like to answer.
Well, from what I understand, it is these are memories from another timeline that were destroyed.
Oh, you didn't go far enough, I don't think. Is there anything else that you could tell me, or are you going to take your question?
Well, I don't know what to explain more. Maybe the reason
Well,
why
don't
it
worry,
was-
dear. I know what I'm going to ask my next question.
Alright.
Go ahead, it's up to
It's-
you.
Yes,
It
it's my
seems
turn.
Moria and Okran might have something to say about this, though. They look a little confused.
I could probably ask a million more questions about that.
Okran. What is... Who do you care for the most in the party?
I'm going to be fully honest with you. I'm not too pleased that that is your first question to me.
Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Well, as tempting as it is to say, Iotis, as he has proven useful on many occasions, though I cannot quite tell how or why, he just has. I have to admit that it is Moria.
So much love to go around.
Yes, well, Moria, you already knew this.
Hmm.
Cringe. Well,
No, cringe.
it seems there's a, should I say, unrequited love interest at play. Anyways, I
I'll
believe
try
it is
that.
your turn, Turtle Man.
I realize that a lot of these questions will end up directed to you anyways, but I am quite curious. You've mentioned being able to see into dreams. You've mentioned being able to bring us here through our dreams.
Yes.
How exactly is that?
Well, I hold dominion over curiosity and the wandering mind. When the mind sleeps, it creates worlds of curiosity driven by personal, how should I say, personal desires, personal hatreds, or personal experiences. The soul craves more experience, and it uses and mashes up those into a curious nature, which I can somewhat delve into. Such as, should I say, your desirable dreams. And she stares over to Moria after looking at you, Ulker, for a second. Anyways, I won't speak any more about that. Now, I believe it's my turn. Continuing following the last thread that I had of questioning about Gesh and Iotis's time spending sloppy nights together. If given the chance to turn into a female again, Iotis, would you take that chance, and would you continue your relationship with Gesh?
I raised my hand. I'm gonna stop you right there. I have no interest in becoming a woman again.
Oh, how sad. That would have been interesting to see. Anyways, I believe it's your turn now, Iotis.
Alright, Sarah. How old are you?
Asking a lady her age. How uncouth.
Is Iotis close enough to me that I can smack him on the back of the head for that
Yeah,
question?
yeah, you can. I will ask,
Yeah.
what are you guys eating, by the way? There's meat,
Beef
there's
bourguignon.
greens. Okay,
Order.
okay.
Mixture of meat and greens, because let's be real here, he loves both.
You can see in the very center of the table, she sits higher above the table because she needs to, but you can see there is a white dragon corpse on the table that is being cut up and served too.
Not going to question it, but also not going to pass up the opportunity for a meat that you don't normally get.
Am I? Let's see. Who's eating the white dragon corpse, by the way?
Me.
Okay.
I'd probably try a bit.
I will say you've been through multiple stages of courses, by the way. This is like a few hours, I'd say, at the moment.
Okay.
So, who's eating part of the white dragon?
Okran would try at least a piece.
I'd say if we've gone through multiple courses, my palate would have gotten the best of me, and I would have been like, everything else is kind of getting bland at this point. I'm gonna try the dragon
Okay. Gesh.
in the form of a burger.
Yeah, I already said I would.
Moria, are you?
Cannibalism.
Partake, yeah.
Okay. Each of you roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Is everyone within a?
I'd say you guys either could have chosen to sit together or space yourselves out. Up to you.
Well,
Who would
I've
be
already
next to
determined that
Eotis, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm
Oaken's
next to
already
Iotis because we already determined
Yeah.
that I'm close enough to slap
Moria,
his
Gesh,
dumbass.
are you next to Iotis?
I would.
Okay. So you guys are all sitting right next to each other on this 300-foot table.
I
I'll
mean,
be your-
we're only talking to one person, so. Nat 20.
Okay. Good to know.
Can't say. Come on, reopen Discord. Thank you.
I'm rolling really low.
You are.
27.
Okay.
28.
Eotis,
That's-
you gained legendary cold resistance.
Oh!
Sorry, because you rolled nat 20, cold immunity.
Nope, I'm
legendary
rerolling that.
cold immunity, Eotis.
Cold immunity. Got it.
Damn.
I'm rerolling
well,
that.
You're over there just
The
like, oh,
other-
look at me. I'm a silver dragon boy. Look at me. I got colder.
The other one of us.
29.
Unfortunately, the DC was 30
Mm.
that you needed to meet to gain an ability from eating this corpse.
Oh, all of us
Damn
had
it.
like 4, 6, and 8 on
I
the
know.
I'm
dice.
half tempted. I'm half
I
tempted to
took
use
all
my
of your
luck
luck.
point just to see if I can reach
Well,
it.
because
But
I already
know.
told you the DC, you're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
Luck points are before you know if you failed or not. Anyways.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
they are.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Look at the lucky feat.
They are?
Yep. They're not like damned inspiration.
Against an enemy, it is. You can know if they hit or miss. But anyway, so, well, you ask my age. Let's just see. Let's just say I've seen the cradling of creation, the dawn of it, before the first age. I was my mother's favorite, we'll say. You've heard of
Amazing.
Dova, haven't you? The mother of dragons.
Yeah, I'm a follower of the faith.
Let's just
Yes,
say.
my friend over here won't shut up about her.
Let's just say. I'm one of her first.
Whoa.
That's
As Gesh's
amazing.
eyes just light up.
Do you? Oh, sorry. That's another question. I won't ask it.
No, it is my turn again. Moria.
Yes, darling.
Had the king not come to you with the arrangement you found yourself in, and some time had passed, how do you think you would have answered Okrin's request, question, confession? Remember, you don't have to answer, but that means I get to ask a second question to someone else.
I think it's worth not answering this one.
Okra looks genuinely curious about your answer.
Yeah, of course you do. Okay. Okay.
I think everybody looks curious.
I have a.
nearly.
I have
The
a
two
really
of
good
you who
question to
didn't
ask
know
next.
that he confessed it all are like very awkward
Huh?
in this situation, like, huh?
Huh?
Look at the I assume Moria and Okrin are like at the opposite sides of each other. You and Gesh are sitting right next to each other, Eotis, and Okrin's right to your right. Moria's 2 away from you, and you guys are just like on the. They're just like you're both looking at each other, like right next to each other, and you like look to your sides and see them both like staring away from each other.
And then me and Ionis just looking back and forth in sync.
So,
Huh?
Moria, do you want to answer the question? Remember, you can choose not to, but then she keeps the asker, and then if you do, you get the asker.
I'll
I wouldn't
answer
have
the question, I guess. It's of no trouble to me. I'm not attracted to turtles in general, however. I'm not attracted to turtles. Okrin, I'm sorry. If, however, that situation had never happened, and I was given more time to stew on it than a couple of days, I may have given it a shot, but I'm not sure it would have lasted.
Silent for a moment. You know, honestly, out of everything, I think that's probably the best answer to that question I could have hoped for.
Hey, at least she didn't lead you on.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, look at this. We're answering questions for all of you. We're getting past some of those hiccups you have. Maid. Sila. And you see the maid that was at your room. Moria comes in. Bring in the Tarrasque conch.
Hold, hold,
Huh?
hold.
What's happening?
Everyone make a history check.
Crap.
See if you know that name. The Tarrasque.
Do I get advantage due to my
Oh yeah,
history
you
of
get
often?
advantage, and Moria can get
Damn it,
advantage.
me and Guess you're so stupid.
Moria can get advantage too.
Probably you were
Guys,
right. Our luck was completely expended.
Mm-hmm.
not mine, bitch.
Just like
30.
Syrectus after he gets done with the night with Moria. Okay.
I'm taking this for the team, guys. You know, it's for the good of the world.
Taking back shots for the team.
Yeah.
Definitely take
Yeah.
something.
V, do you want to use your luck point? I haven't told you. Remember, and you could choose between the two rules.
No, I don't think I could roll a whole lot higher.
You've heard instances of the Tarrasque as a cataclysmic or
Cataclysmic?
cataclysmic. Why can't I speak? Yes, that because I bit my cheek earlier. That kind of creature, but it's only a legendary creature. Moria,
Yeah.
you know it is one of the most deadly creatures, and most of the time, they regenerate. So to have a haunch of it means it was cut off the creature while it was alive, or as it was dying and left a larger regenerating piece, or they somehow completely killed it. Anyways, you both get very excited hearing this, and out you see this large hind leg of hide as thick as Okrin's shell. You see bits and pieces of red and purple meat at the top, and large bones. Unlike the forearm bone, which is 2, you see 3 that seem to weave and twist and twirl around each other that come out of the top of it. It seems the Tarrasque has 3 bones to fortify its body, its appendages such as his arms and legs. And you can see that it is put on the table. Anyways, I believe it is your turn to ask, dear. I will say, during the next bit of time, who is partaking in the haunch? I will say...
I don't even know what it is. But
I will
I'm
say
in.
the haunch is a large piece of meat, a large piece of the leg meat, and it is probably enough for all of you, but I would say the DC is going to be harder to get ability from this one, because there is so little of it for you to eat compared to a full dragon corpse.
That seems
I'm gonna
like
go
a
for it.
take
Okay.
a bite.
We're
I
probably
will
gonna
say
get-
this: the more of you that join in on eating it, the higher the DC gets, is what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna have you roll yet.
Alright.
I'll let you think about this. Stew on it. Moria, it is your turn to ask a question.
Yeah. All right. Iotis.
Hmm?
I remember you mentioning very early on that the reason you left Estelia was to make your name as a thief. Why?
Yes.
Why
Well-
was a thief such a fixation for you to make your name?
Back when I was very young, my mother and father would always tell me these grand stories, adventures of adventurers going into dungeons and looting these grand treasures. And one day I thought, where are these treasures coming from? Who's making them? Who's amounting all this gold, all this jewels, all these magic items? So I figured I would try to make my own. And, well, I did not see much in myself back then, so I didn't think I could do it with my own power. So I decided to become a thief to try and make my own treasure hoard.
Very nice.
At this point, since he goes over and regales the story, who is partaking in the Tarask meat? I will say this is the first. You're not going to be finished eating after this question. You're going to continue eating, but I will say at the moment, who is thinking of eating on it?
Iotis doesn't even know what it is, so he's looking at it like they just brought out a huge, like not huge as big as the dragon corpse, but they just brought out another slab of meat for him to eat.
Okay, Gesh, you said you.
Yeah.
Okrin, I assume yes.
Okran does not pass up an opportunity on knowledge, especially not with food.
So yes,
Yes.
and then Moria, are you thinking about it still?
No, I'll eat some.
Okay, so your characters begin to eat it. I will say don't roll yet, because as I said, we're still continuing, and I will give you another question before I will have you roll to think about if you want to do it. Out of character, the DC will be 35, just so you guys are aware.
Am I allowed to use my luck point now that you've said the DC? Because I was planning on.
I will allow you to use a luck point, yes.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
you
but
have
luck
to use
roll-
it almost immediately before everyone. You have to use it before everyone else rolls. Like if everyone else finishes rolling and you don't like start typing, I will say you can't.
You want me to just roll with advantage and say that I used the luck point?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Anyways,
okay.
but not yet, motherfucker.
I know.
Anyways,
I'm
so
just getting the roll ready. So I want to type it.
well, what a
Rose
great
uses-
story, Eotis. But I think it's time for you to ask a question.
I actually had one prepared this time.
Oh, really? Gonna ask
Uh,
Moria her age now.
No, I'm sure she's a old hag.
Do you wanna know how
I-
big these breasts are? She bounces her breasts.
I had another question for you.
Oh, yes.
Among our adventures, I can't lie. So that's the reason I'm saying this. We came across an egg of Tiamat.
It's not
Are
Tiamat, if you recall.
It's not. It's not anymore. We changed it. Hold on.
Oh,
yeah.
we changed it. Sorry.
Yeah, because I don't want it to be Tiamat.
Yeah. Hold on. It's
You,
further
you
up.
don't. You don't have to bring up the information. You could just say we found an egg of some other creature.
Okay.
Where is it?
Here.
Further.
I replied to it.
Okay.
Varaxial.
Varaxial. Okay.
Varaxial, yeah.
But Iotis is not smart enough to try it. I'm gonna use this for a while because I'm stupid. We came across an egg of someone named Varaxial. I was wondering if you knew who that was.
Moria and Ochre, you see her eyes pop up for a second in surprise, hearing that name, and you get the feeling it's because she hasn't heard it in so long. Yes, actually, I do. Varaxil is the name of the sister of Dova, one of the mothers of dragons. Mother of evil dragons, I should say. Mostly of metallic and crystalline nature. However, she has long since been... She can't fucking lie. Disposed of at the moment. I would love to see this egg, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh. Okrin is medium size, but
Ochre
The
and Moria,
chest-
make an insight check.
I can immediately tell.
I
Not that she can. Never mind.
subtle cast. Guidance.
I'll allow it.
Insight.
My shoulder is killing me.
There's no malicious intent whatsoever.
27.
Ochre?
I'm not re-rolling it.
Okay. Well, she rolled a natural one, so...
Okay.
You could tell that she's both curious about it and a bit feared by the mention of an egg of Viraxil.
Well, we don't exactly have it on us right now.
Oh, you would.
We would,
Okran has
It
the
would
chest
be-
on him.
but he's medium
He
sized.
has the ability of the chest being on him. It does not matter.
Okay, got it.
Yes, which means I can open the chest and pull stuff out.
All right.
Let's not. Let's not, guys.
You're gonna have to tell me that mentally because I'm gonna ask Okran to do it. I look over at Okran. Well,
Well, are we
I'm
waiting?
debating if it's a good idea or not.
he said that out loud.
Oh, great. You can keep
Yes.
debating, but if you don't sate my curiosity, and she's going to drag the Tarrasque conch towards her, I'm not going to sate yours.
Damn it,
Oh,
Okran's weakness.
food.
Then I suppose you drive a hard bargain there.
You aren't going to do anything to it, are you?
No, not unless I decide it's a threat to humanity and creation.
A threat? What threat could a child be?
One of Viraxil's children could be a large threat.
I
An
look.
unhatched-
I
An
look
unhatched
over
child
towards-
has no Oh, sorry, go on.
I look over towards Gesh, already seeing like him just like starting to reach down towards his sword.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't, even though she just threatened to kill a literal bait. Okay, never mind then. Okay,
An
and I just look
unhatched-
towards Gesh and then seem surprised.
An
Anyway,
unhatched an unhatched egg. The baby has no motive.
That's why I said unless the creature was a threat. You don't know
Based-
dragons as I do. From birth, they have, should I say, dispositions. If hers is of destruction, well, if theirs is of destruction, they must be destroyed themselves.
Do all dragons have dispositions, including like dragonborn?
They do, and
look towards
those
Gesh,
of a
so we just
more
got unlucky.
true nature can sense them. I being one of them. And she looks over to you, and you guys watch as Gesh glows heavily. Yours has a disposition of chaos and stupidity,
Damn, ours is
What?
defective.
but kindness and greatness, protection, destruction of evil. As they grow older, those more akin to dragons get more detailed dispositions. So, do you wish to sate my curiosity, or am I going to have to ask a question and eat this by myself?
Okran will pull it out. Just keep in mind that I have ideas on how to do. No.
You know, there's plenty of meat on the table. You don't have to. You don't have to hog it.
They don't have turtle meat. Nom nom.
Turtle.
And you just gobble it down.
Ochre just looked over in horror.
Anyways, you pull it out and basically threaten her, yes.
Yeah, I will give it to her. Just keep in mind I do have ideas on how I could do something.
As you place it on the table, you see her hand reaches out, and you see this spectral copper hand of a dragon reaches out and grabs it and pulls it up to her face. You can see her eyes glow for a second. Okay. Okay. Strange. This one's disposition is muddled, unchosen. Seems those around it can change it for the moment. As she looks towards the rest of you.
We have to drop another one.
Adding it to the family.
She'll hand it to Moria.
Okay.
Damn it.
Keep it safe. Guide it right. If you don't, we'll have to discuss again.
Or is Moria somehow?
Kohana's gonna have another sibling. Oh my goodness.
Careful.
Maybe we can orchestrate.
Once this
Okay,
hatches,
then
it'll
idiot.
grow fast. But it'll take quite some feats to hatch it. After all, and she She swirls her hand, and you watch as there's celestial runes surrounding the actual egg itself. Something you didn't notice before. Something hidden from any types of magic. And she goes, oh, okay. You suffer 140 psychic damage, Yotis.
Oh, okay, I'm dead.
Good.
I just fall unconscious.
You're not killed, so I can't do my thing.
I'll give you 1 HP, Yotis. As suddenly you just burst out of the nose as she stares at you and you feel this pressure hit you. Anyways. The gods seek to seal this one, for they fear what could happen. Sealed by my mother herself, it seems.
Moria, I may have some ideas that we can discuss after this if you so wish. Involving the egg specifically. I feel I need to specify that.
Man, you always just want to talk about Moria's eggs.
God damn it!
I'm sorry, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a DM's inspiration. Anyways, I believe it's my question now. Actually, it's not. Iotis, it is your question. Because you answered her, can I see the egg?
I'm like coughing up blood.
You just ask, can you heal me?
Can you undo this damage? Can you heal me?
She waves her hand, you're back at full health.
She
Much better.
technically didn't answer the question.
I can. Now it's my turn. And she pushes the haunch back out. Who is consuming the haunch as she asks her question?
Me.
I am.
Me.
Was I?
Okay, everyone roll a con save.
Can I preemptively use the luck point?
Yeah.
Get advantage?
You can.
Okay. Fuck!
That's
Oh,
a natural
so
18.
close.
Nat 20 for 41.
Can I use the DM's inspiration?
Can I use the Dame's inspiration?
Sure.
I wouldn't roll at advantage though, because I don't have the luck point.
Well, Basilius, what'd you roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
I was typing out my
Well,
answer
Iotis,
and then
you rolled with advantage, right? Yeah, okay. You can
Yeah.
you roll again with advantage, by the way. Iotis.
Okay.
God damn.
Bro.
God.
I'm gonna use my last DM's inspiration. Oh wait, that doesn't matter. Still gonna use my last DM's inspiration.
God damn.
I want another. I want
God
another
damn.
too. Damn it! Oh well.
Alright. Can I? I know everyone else. I never got the chance.
Wait, can someone give me a DM's inspiration?
Moria, you have your own DM's inspiration if you want to use it.
Yeah,
You have
I
4.
wanted to. I just didn't know if this worked similarly to the luck point because I knew
No.
what the DC was. Okay.
No.
Are you kidding me? I'm using another
You
one.
pulled the dash.
Moria, can I have a DM's inspiration?
I already used 2. I'm not. Yeah, I'll give you 1. I'll go down to 1, but I'm not doing it again.
All right.
I'll just
At
enjoy.
1.
This bot does not like me.
No, it does not. 19 doesn't like
19.
me either today.
You don't get it. Anyway, so the only people who get it are the ones who roll natural 20s. So let me look up something here.
Well, not only did we succeed, we critically succeeded. And I almost
I mean, to
doubled
be honest, I
it.
don't really care. She entrusted me with the dragon egg, so I'm gonna have a big fucking family.
So I will say this: you guys get to choose between 3 abilities. We get 1 each, and once one of you chooses one, it gets locked out. I will say, because Gesh rolled higher in technicality on the natural 20, he gets to choose first. There is Hide the Monstrosity, There is Reflective Carapace, and there is Taraskian Strength. Or sorry, that would be called World Breaker's Strength.
I wish I got it.
Ooh. Those abilities sound very cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey Gash, if you choose Reflective Carapace, it comes full circle from the Tuesday game.
Oh no, don't.
You
'Cause
should choose strength because if
yeah, that's what I
V gets
wanted
the
to make. I
carapace or
wanted to.
something, then it adds to his shell.
I
What was the first one?
I used the
Don't
third one.
V. I don't think you understand what happens if you choose the Carapace.
No, I don't.
Anyway, so what are you choosing, Gesh?
The third one.
World Breaker Strength.
Yeah.
All right. Go. If you want to do this, Lore Master, World Breaker Strength. The
World-
strength of the World Breaker of a World Breaker known as the Trask. Strength of this creature is legendary. For 1 minute, you may concentrate on this ability. You may activate it as a bonus action. After activating this ability, as long as you concentrate on this ability, your strength becomes 30 if it's not already. If it is already 30, it becomes 40. I will say to activate the ability, it costs a bonus action as well as 50 HP. So you lose 50 current HP. Additionally, after that minute or concentration has ended, you become stunned for 1 round. Stunned and incapacitated for 1 round, sorry. As well as you gain 1 point of exhaustion.
I have so many things that give me exhaustion.
Or lose concentration, you become incapacitated,
And stunned for 1 round.
stunned for 1 round.
And gain 1 point, or I should say level of exhaustion.
I can legitimate get 40 strength.
For 1 minute. Oh, sorry. Additionally, in that one, sorry. Additionally, I should put... Actually, that's level 1. I will say. He has to eat a Taras to get level 2, we'll say. Every time he eats at least, I'd say, 50 pounds of meat from a Tarask in the future, he gains a level on it.
To
And
level up.
that is increasing. So 50 for the next level of it, 100 for the level after that, and then you'd have to eat a full Tarask for the next one.
Increasing
But that with divine fortification.
amounts of... How do I spell Tarask?
Tarrasque.
Meat for each level. The next one requires 50 pounds.
Taras. Guess you get the immediate knowledge of this ability. Okrin, which of the two do you want to take? Do you want to take Reflective Carapace or Monstrosity's Hide?
You see, my mind is immediately thinking, hey, let's go Monster's Hide, but the way you said that I don't know what that Reflective Carapace means tells me there's more to it than what I know.
Can I, as a player, make an insight check?
Out of character, I'll tell you this, it'll add to your shell roll, for sure.
Good ad?
Who knows?
But it won't, like, completely destroy everything that's already built.
He doesn't know. I'll say you guys immediately know, well, Okrin would know, Carapace is kind of like a shell for a creature.
Oh god, would you add the Tarask to your world?
I know that's probably what it's going to do.
I say do it.
Difficult decision.
I say
D2.
do it.
I think, yeah, roll D2.
Iotis.
1 is the shell, 2 is the hide.
Yep. Iotis. Tradition. Iotis.
Moria, give me
Get
a
the
DM
hide.
inspiration.
No, not for this.
The hide? Alright. This is another ability. called Hide of the Monstrosity is what it is. Or if you wouldn't mind. As a bonus action on your turn, this is level 1, by the way, level 1. Level 1, Hide of the Monstrosity. As a bonus action on your turn, you may activate this ability for 1 minute. You are considered concentrating while this ability is active. It also costs 30 HP to activate. After activating the ability, and as long as it lasts for, you gain an additional 3d12. So actually, no, it wouldn't be 3d12. It would be 1d12 plus your con mod, added onto your armor class. This is considered natural armor, and stacks with other natural armor benefits. After this ability ends, either by losing concentration or dropping it, you gain a level of exhaustion. For every level beyond this, the amount you gain is equal to another 1d12 plus your con mod. To gain... Every level, it means so you would have 1d12 plus your con mod, and then level 2 would be 2d12 plus twice your con mod. Then 3d12 plus 3 times your con mod. Same thing, he has to eat 50 pounds of Tarask meat.
To level up skill, must eat increasing amounts.
Now that I've chosen, I am quite curious what would have happened.
Oh, you would have added Tarasks to your world that would not be able to be killed immediately, and the world would be completely protected from any outside influence. So, for example, no one could disintegrate your world, or anything on your back. No one could dispel magic on your world's back.
But likely
you
the
would have added
world
Tarrasque
would
to
go
your
through a
world.
massive calamity because I added Tarasks.
Yeah, but the survivors would have been protected.
Sure, the survivors.
It's for their own good. It's for their own
You
good.
could have rebuilt
There would have been.
civilization.
There would have
you're in
been.
it.
You know, just roll d4 to see what it would have been. 1d4.
Okay.
I like how Yotis is designated.
Yeah, there would have been 4 legendary holy Tarasks that would have been added in as cataclysmic creatures. Yes, and they would have eventually gone to sleep and been ancient stories in your world.
Hey, Ochre,
They would
remember
have
what you were
killed
gonna
my
create?
warlock though.
That could have been the final boss of the thing you were gonna create.
You would have also looked very sick with the Tarask's shell added on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have looked awesome.
Yeah, no, but like,
I
dude,
mean, you're never
I
gonna
don't
get
know.
remembered on your world if you're too afraid to do anything.
Imagine if I no wait, if I had succeeded, could I have chosen the character?
You just get
What would that
a
even
blast
look
falling
like?
over
Weird.
you.
Out of character, if you want to edit these again, for each level, by the way, it goes up. It costs an additional 50 HP to activate, but they can choose level 1, level 2, or level 3, or whatever level it is. So they can choose a lower level if they don't have as much health to activate, for example. Because at a higher level, Worldbreaker Strength gives you more strength, but it costs more HP to activate. And for example, Hide of Monstrosity would cost more HP to activate as well, but it would give you a higher amount of AC added on. Just so you guys are aware for the future. Anyways. So, I do have a question, if you don't mind. Okrid, now that you know Moria might have given you a chance, though she's not interested anymore, what are your plans for finding, should I say, mates? What are you looking for? Do you have any?
Well, now, I suppose I should have expected a rather tough question. There's not exactly a quick answer to this one. As far as I am concerned, I have Simply to not give up. Beyond that, I have no actual genuine plans. As after all, I'm still stuck adventuring. I joined these idiots, and
Wave.
well, okay, not all of them are idiots, but you get my
You damn
point.
right.
Thanks.
Hey, why is everyone looking at me?
Ears looking at you, kid.
But perhaps when I settle down, I will take a more active approach to looking for a mate.
Hmm.
Beyond that, my plans are lacking, to say the least.
Well, how interesting. What do you? This won't be an actual question, just so you all are aware. But what are you all thinking about that? I'm actually interested to hear. I'm thinking it's quite interesting. I'm ready to watch to see who he settles down with. What about you all?
I don't think he's ever gonna find love.
Oh, how rude! I know he has many children already.
Well, no, it's nothing personal. It's just he keeps growing and growing. I don't know if he's ever gonna find a girl that will really.
Well, he could find
I can
someone like
shrink.
a dragon or
You
something.
can shrink, but it's
There's
temporary.
also that island turtle.
She looks at you immediately. Island turtle. Hmm.
Okrin, have you even noticed there's a limit to your size?
I haven't found a limit yet.
Anyways, Okrin, it's your turn to ask a question.
Hmm.
We should be getting close to the end of dinner now.
Indeed. Many questions to ask. Many questions. Hmm. Let's go ahead and ask.
He asks Moria, hey, you wanna fuck?
No.
No.
I suppose that I could ask.
Man, I'm just realizing barely
I-
anybody's asked Gesh anything.
I just
Oh,
want.
poor
I thought
Gesh!
that to myself. I must ask one thing.
Oh, but now I feel
And I s-
bad.
And I sitting here like.
I actually do have a question for Gesh.
What is it?
Gesh, I actually do have a question for you that I'm quite curious of.
Who?
Yes.
Oh,
As
yes,
you
right.
may recall, I gave you that mirror after advising you to think about using it.
Yes.
Why were you so insistent? After all, now we know you simply ended up back as you were before.
Well, I'm not entire. I haven't really thought about this. If I would have to say because I just take pride in being a dragonborn.
Okay, hang on. Let me get this straight. I meant in terms of your gender change, shall we say.
Oh, that.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Not to mention, you literally are telling me that despite me specifically telling you to think about it heavily, you in fact are telling me you did not think about it.
I wasn't thinking. It's complicated. The thing why I ended up as a female afterwards was because when I got the mirror, I specifically offered up the wish to become a dragonborn again and get my dicks back, and I think the mirror, because it was female, has just kept me as a female.
You'll die.
Hang on, we're understanding the truth. You can't be lying like that, motherfucker.
That is the in-character reason. He was just too
Hmm.
stupid to phrase it correctly.
I have a question I want to ask.
Well, hold your turn, Yodis. Gesh. Second question of the night. Big numbers. What question do you have?
Why exactly do you take so much interest in us?
Curiosity. Killed the cats, but not the copper dragon. Additionally, you've been making waves. In not just this world, but others. Those that have been shattered. Dreams about the mighty marked view. Dreams about the felled heroes. Dreams about worry that his plan will fall through because you all survived your executions. Dreams of meeting parents long forgotten. Dreams. Curiosity. Not only my own. Why else? Now, to keep this fair, Yodas had a question. So Yodas, I'll ask you a question. Why are you so afraid to go back to your wife? Because it does feel like you are, at least. After all, you abandoned your child for 3 months to go hang out with friends and not even speak to your wife during that time.
Because I'm afraid I won't be able to properly look after them as a husband and a father. The universe is in danger, and I don't think that going back to them right now is the best course of action. After the universe is saved, I do plan on settling down with them once and for all. But I'm also afraid that I won't be able to live up to the part of being a father.
Expectations, boundaries. How curious.
She doesn't react to the
And-
universe.
Between me and you, I look around, like kind of like whisper at her. My wife is a fucking sexual deviant. I'm not sure I can satisfy her.
Oh, I think
Because
you'll
she's so
do just
far away
fine.
means the rest of us hear this too, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it echoes. Oh, I think you'll do just fine. And Moria, it's not your turn, dear, but I'll answer anyways. I have faith that things will right themselves out. Anyways, Eotis, your question.
Yes.
And I will say this. After you ask your question, before you say who it's for, I'll let you all have a single question because the night's getting pretty late.
What are we talking about? We've only been here for a couple hours. Like, look towards the window.
You can see the sun is starting to rise in the distance.
Oh my. Well, my question was of an amulet we had found in the same vicinity as the egg. It looks like it needs to be powered by something.
Well, no, you still may ask your last question you had before we get to the final question.
This is the question.
All right, continue. And who are you asking?
I'm sorry. I'm asking the Sarah.
Okay.
I was wondering if you knew where to find Ember of the Primordial Flame. Also, what is the Primordial Flame?
It would be a shard of the primordial ember or ember of the primordial flame. I can answer one question, dear, unless you want to use your final question as well.
Out of character, I know what it is, but in character, Iris hasn't learned what it is because this was during the Gesh time him and Gesh were married. So I'm gonna ask both questions because he is curious about both.
The primordial flame is the very essence of fire, the element of the sun, created by the deity Basilla before even the age of creation, when all but matter was non-existent. The primordial flame holds domain over life and zeal, warmth, flame, guarded by Soon and his pet Sugaroth, and once before the Sentinels of the Sun. However, they've long fallen from grace. Now, to find a shard of the primordial flame, an ember, if you will, there's many ways to go about it. Ancient corpses of the sentinels, proving your might to Soon himself through a trial, or proving worthy as a champion to him. In fact, I believe there's a few individuals in the world right now with them.
Oh.
Such as an elephant man. Oh, no, he's a little bit ahead. But an elephant man. You can find him in Oradon soon. But he has business to deal with raw. Nowhere to be in Agaburst.
See.
Additionally, the primordial flame is a holy beacon. A combination and a vestige of creation.
I see.
The
Thank you.
very will of fire. Now, I will ask that's the last question. So, Moria, Gesh, V, or Okrin. You all have questions you may ask each other or me. Let's start with Moria.
Oh, God damn it.
If you want to wait, we can skip to Gesh here.
Please skip.
Gesh, what questions do you have for me or the others? You guys can feel the zone of truth starting to wear off, but it's still there.
What does the goddess Dova think of us?
Is this to me?
Yes.
I haven't spoken to Mother in quite a while, but she probably looks down at you every so often. After all, one of her worshippers does travel along your group. And I assume you've had your moments of dumb luck that seem to be divine grace of some kind. She probably smiles down on your group every so often. You may always pray and ask her if you're unsure. She is willing to commune with those who earn her high. Anyways, Okrin, dear. She looks at you. What's your question?
I'm just going to think about this for a second. Oh, there's a lot of questions I could ask, but many of
Doesn't
them
have
I'm
to be
not
to
so
me.
sure.
It could be to your allies as well.
Oh, I know. That's part of why there's so many. Problem is, some of them are foolish. Others I don't believe anyone in this room could answer.
Who wants to get some turtle dick in their kidneys?
What? What?
Hmm?
Huh?
Hmm?
To be fair, there are the horny questions are amongst the ones he is considering under dumb questions. You know what? As much of a waste as this may be, it's one that I need to know for certain. Moria,
What is it?
despite everything, you are still willing to assist me as a friend, correct?
Yes.
Depends on what you
That
mean
does
by
not count.
assist.
Hey, no, he specified as a friend.
Yeah, I know.
There are friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits, yeah.
Not with benefits, my guy.
Hey, a hand job won't break the oath.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you sliding up and down 16 feet of that.
Anyways, continue.
You gotta get a ladder for it.
Was that your question, Okran?
As full of a question as it was, that's what I'm going to ask.
How interesting. Reconciling bonds between party members and friends. Now, Moria, I am interested to see which questions you have. By the way, you all feel like this pressure hitting into your head at this point, and anything that you're like thinking, like any questions that you're curious about, you can feel are being read by her to an extent.
You want me to start listing them off?
No. Well, actually, I'll say yeah. List off the 3 most prominent ones in your mind, Okran, but they don't get answered.
Yeah, I figure not. Let's see.
How big are those tits?
Bad. That was one of the questions I was thinking.
Okay, we'll get to those.
The first one was, damn. I wonder how big her tits are. Damn. I wonder if her and Nayeli would tag team me. Damn. I wonder how both of them would feel against.
Anyway, so
Oh, my front and back.
Oh, let's see. The top 3.
I wonder if
in
Yelia and Moria would tag
No, the top one is how many more chances will he fail before he finds someone? How many more times will he? No, it's the second one's going to be something along the lines of how much longer until I finally get a hang of being a god? And the final one would be, man, I wonder what that last ability did.
Gesh, what are the 3 questions that enter your mind first before we get to Moria?
Damn, she's hot. I wonder if she would let me.
God damn it,
That's
Gash.
just the exact same as Iotis.
I know. Hey,
Minus Nyalia.
Gash is also very horny.
Continue. What's the
This-
second one?
The second one is, do I do everything right about my life? And the last one would be, do I have enough strength to save the universe?
Alright.
God damn, guys, what the fuck?
Meanwhile, Moria's like, how big that dig, Okran?
No.
What's your question? What's your question, Moria, as you begin to state it out
What's your
loud, and then we'll get to the last 3.
Okay, guys, let's.
That's,
Alright.
Okay, guys, a bit edgy here.
Yeah, in certain ways
guys
for
are
different
edging here,
people,
okay?
but.
You mean
yeah.
edging?
I'm making hard as hell right now.
Hey, look, there was the 4th horny question, but we all know what that was.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
Anyways.
alright.
What's your question, Moria?
Okay.
If
Alright,
you want, we
okay.
can start with the 3 that she feels in your mind.
Yeah, I think we'll go with that. First one. Damn, I wonder if she tagged me. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's just all the same as Iotis's. Aside from, I wonder if she and Surrectus were tag team.
Damn, it's all just as horny as possible. I mean, when we walked in, we did have to make charisma saving throws, like aphrodisiac type shit. We'd all be pretty horny.
Yeah, she is pretty beautiful, by the way. Even more beautiful than Moria, you assume.
How dare this
Damn.
bitch?
Out of character, her charisma is 40.
Damn!
Oh.
Okay, yeah, that question was warranted.
So, Moria, what are
Alright.
the 3 questions in your mind at the moment, and then ask a question specifically.
Okay. The third one that I would want to ask but won't. How can I redeem my sister so I don't have to kill her? 2. What are the conditions needed to awaken the egg beyond a glaive? The first one, faith is not enough. Why hasn't anyone with the power to act have done something about Rotouche if they know what his end goal is? And the number 1 question, I guess, as I fucking forget exactly what I was gonna ask, but I have it in my notes. Okay. How long? So since you know, apparently, how long do we have until Rotouche meets the criteria to end this timeline?
Well, it seems we're getting to the fun question last. I've watched many timelines die, many interesting curiosities, sated or unsated, left. Each timeline seems to meet most of the criteria, though there have been a few that have been on the brink. The most important piece being the solstice at the end of the year. However, I will finish the full answer to this question, since you're so curious. You have already delayed his plans quite a bit. At the moment, he believes he might not make it in time, but he has plans set aside for that, and is currently working against the clock. Which is why, if you recall, he had to take the architect by force.
Damn, maybe I should have used it. Sorry, go
The
on.
completion of the test involving the celestial focus, the notes from said test disappearing, were quite a detriment to his plans.
As she says this, I look over at Ionis.
Oh, what?
Additionally, he's fought all of you quite a bit. Okrin, one of the least. Gesh and Moria, Mordos, quite a bit. Moria being here isn't the first time, but not many times. Eodis, you are the only one he has never faced in any timeline, either celestial or infernal. You should have
You're
been
our golden
executed.
goose.
You should have been executed long ago.
Yeah, that's what everyone was telling me at first.
But due to some ripples created by missing texts, you seem to have skirted by with your life.
Oh. So, that's another question. Huh?
And unfortunately, we don't have much time. Additionally, I'll answer one other question that I've read from your minds. Moria, your sister is not beyond redemption. Find what connects the two of you. Find what could bring her back from the brink of insanity. You may have to look into the past and the sins you wrought upon your family. Eodis, Gesh, Okrin. Three of you make me a persuasion check.
Wait, who?
You three.
All three of you.
Oh,
okay.
goodness.
Yo, she might want to smash the Doonies. You don't know what this is for.
Crap.
I make a City's
I'm too
inspiration
sick.
on
This
this.
sucks.
DM's inspiration? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even need a DM's inspiration. I'm just that sexy.
I'm gonna give it one.
Okay.
Oh, creep,
She
my
looks
man.
towards the three of you and she goes, Okrin, you wonder if
Yes.
you'll find any love. And you asked me what woman would love you since your size, or Eodis made that joke. Dragons are quite large themselves. Eodis, Gesh.
Huh?
You guys suddenly see her eyes focus on you, and a name appears in your head for a second. Same with you, Okrin. Anyways, that's the answer to the question. Now, before you go, you've been curious and interesting guests. What do you want? Actually, I think I know what you want. Okrin,
Yeah.
you suddenly see appearing before you a large gilded great axe that you hold completely made of solid gold. Actually, I'll say weapon or shell. You get to choose here.
Shell.
That was a pretty cool sounding great axe.
It was a
But
pretty
he already
stunning
has a
great
really
axe.
cool sword made by his people.
That's true.
But you gotta understand, the thing is fragmented. I could, in theory.
No.
Fine.
No? Okay. Fuck. I kind of want to say shell because
Okay.
the sword is made of two of my gods.
Sure. You
Just kill more of
see,
your gods.
you see this large turtle shell of gold, with actually it wouldn't be gold. It would be copper with gold lining, like almost mountainous shapes upon it, with gold veins and whatnot running through it. The edges of it have turned oxidized green, and it seems like if you focus on this for a while, you could probably attune it to yourself and absorb it into your shell world. You also see... Never mind. You don't see that. No, I'm fucking with you. There's nothing there. Eotis.
Damn it.
What does your character want most? And
Can I tell you what I want out of character?
Yes, out of character, and I'll give it to you.
I just really want some stat increases. My wisdom, intelligence, and dex is fucking awful, and this is really annoying me.
Okay. You feel as if you've become enlightened, and you feel your body is lighter. Increase all of your stats aside from charisma. Actually, I'll say for each stat. Let's start with strength. Roll a d6.
All right.
Give him max.
4. Add 4 to your strength.
All right.
Dexterity. Roll a d6.
3.
Add 3 to your dexterity. Constitution. Roll a d6. And this can go up to a maximum of 22 unless you have a maximum increase, remember.
Okay. 4.
4. Add 4. Up to your maximum.
Is the gross.
Okay.
Wisdom. Roll
Big
a
money, no
d8.
whammy.
D8.
Get big.
2. Can someone give me a...
I give you a DM's inspiration. Wait, do I
You
have one?
did.
Let me check. I have one left. You can use it.
Thank you.
1.
Thank you.
So you
If I get
a
a
1 on
please.
8. Come on, load.
3.
3.
You pulled a gash, but I don't care. Three is better than 2.
This-
For a
this
stat
is-
increase, that doesn't
This is
matter.
absolutely worth.
Intelligence. Roll a d8. Actually, no. I'll say intelligence. Roll a d10.
Oh, I'm not
Come
gonna-
on.
Natural 1.
Come on.
If you get
Come
nat 1, I'm
on.
reducing. Okay.
6.
6.
If you reduced it, I would be at 1.
Yeah. So. You feel enlightened and stronger. More fortified. As this golden glow sets over you. Gesh, out of character, what is it your character wants the most?
This is so big.
Ooh. Give me a second.
You basically just traded DM's inspirations you got from the fight with Surion's dreams thing for these prizes.
Worth. More intelligent than Getch again.
I hate yeah, Yodas. Become. I don't know how you would interpret this, but Gesh would wish to become. How should I
To
say?
become?
No, like
Oh, man.
Turns into a slime.
like a better Dragonborn. I don't know how I should phrase it. I think you
A better
understand.
Dragonborn. Okay.
I think you understand what I mean.
I know what you mean. She doesn't, but she's the one reading your mind. So, Gesh, I would like you to make a persuasion check for me, and I'm gonna have her roll an intelligence check in chat here.
Wait, does that mean she read my mind, so I wanted a stat increase? It was like, I don't know what that is, but I guess I can just buff your body.
No, you felt like you needed to be stronger. So she
Okay.
has. Let's see here.
I
That would
love
be.
This is amazing.
Equation.
No, no, you're not rolling.
Oh, sorry. Then, never mind.
15. I know what you mean. Guess roll a d100. Because that's kind of on the cusp of yes, no.
Okay.
Natural one.
You get
No,
below
100.
6.
See,
Please, someone has.
DC was 8.
Someone,
Damn it!
someone has the inspiration.
Okrin
please.
has 1. Okrin.
Honestly,
Okra, do you wanna
this
see
is
what
so
happens?
funny.
Please,
I
Okrin.
really do, but at the same
Okrin,
time,
be a
Okrin.
pal. Be a
Okrin.
pal.
Okrin, let's see what
If you're gonna
happens.
cuck me,
No,
but
no,
not
no.
Gesh.
We'll see who you like to cuck.
Iotis,
We really
My
need the
dear
rolls
friend.
for fighting Rotush, man. We really do.
Iotis, D2. 1, I give to
No.
him. 2,
Okrin, if you spend a DM's
fuck
inspiration
me
here,
ball.
never mind. Let's just say spending too many DM's inspirations on this. There's a hidden benefit here to not spending a lot of DM's inspirations this session. But continue.
Hey, don't use it, Okrin. I'm not even gonna roll.
I'll roll.
Genuinely.
Alright, then I won't do it. I'm not doing it.
What's 2 though? I want to know what 2 would have been.
2 was actually fuck it, we ball, and let him have it. Let it happen.
Oh, come on, he rolled me, please.
I did
Guess
say
I
it
will-
before.
Guess I will let you roll again, but you need a 90 or higher. A D100, 90 or higher.
Jesus
I'd say
Christ.
I'd say 95 or higher actually.
64. Shit.
If you got
Oh.
69, I was gonna let it happen.
Yeah.
69 is not a success. in my book.
Gesh,
Mm-hmm.
you feel your body grow warmer, and you're like, "It's happening. I'm becoming better." Wait, why are my hands brown? And you
First
guys
time,
watch as Gesh opens his eyes. Gesh, roll another D100 for me. 51 or higher is same. 50 or below is different.
74.
You guys watch as Gesh looks towards himself. Gesh, change your subrace to Copper Dragonborn.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Great, now we have to make new AI.
But bro, in 8 was the DC. That was so disrespectful from the dice.
Mm-hmm.
That was, but it was also.
At least it wasn't a 7.
Hey, what would have happened if I would have not fucked up this?
I would have given you an evolution.
Oh.
I will say, Gesh,
Hmm?
if you drop your Constitution and Strength by 10 each, I will evolve you.
By 10!
And the
Hell no.
maximum will be decreased by 10 as well.
Well, the maximum would be
I don't
16.
think that's worth it.
Sorry, not
I'm a
16.
five.
I would say the maximum would decrease to 22 for each.
But it would still be decreased by 10.
And you will still be a Silver Dragonborn, but you will be an evolved Silver Dragonborn.
Bro, I don't think that's worth. I don't think it's worth.
If it was 5 each, I think it would be worth, but not if it's 10.
Well, because he
I-
failed so much, I had to make it worth more, you know?
Yeah.
Gesh, I gave up damage because Ogren himself has decided that he has to focus on protection at this point.
Gesh, it is your decision. Do you want to be a Copper Dragonborn, or do you want to stay a Silver Dragonborn and be evolved?
I wouldn't be evolved as a Copper Dragonborn, would I?
No.
Just take the copper, dude. You
Yeah,
you
but-
know
but-
why.
But the whole thing was that I wanted to become an evolved Dragonborn.
I know. I'm offering you the choice.
I know.
Gesh, don't.
I'm already D2. When I keep
Damn
it,
it.
2 I take the minus.
Have Eotis roll. Have Eotis roll.
Okay,
God damn it.
Eotis.
Vision.
Roll me the D2.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
One.
Okay, I stay a Copper Dragonborn.
You look down to yourself, you're like, okay, I get it. Funny. Har, har, har. I will say, so you do change to a Copper Dragonborn, and I will give you a... I will say your intelligence and wisdom both increased by 1.
Hey.
That's something.
You're now as intelligent as a normal person, Gesh.
I know, but
It's huge.
Gesh looks at himself and those things. That's not what I was expecting.
Moria,
Yeah.
what is it you most desire?
Now, what could I possibly want?
The image of the king and the king of Darath's dick just flashes through your mind for a second.
I want everything. I'm just kidding. Guys, I'm a little torn. I got a couple options here. Can I discuss this out of game? Is that okay,
Yeah,
Goblin?
that's fine. That's fine.
All right. There's a couple things, guys. I'm thinking of. Right. Oh, what was that message? I'm not going. I'm not going to do that.
If it was
No.
worth a shot.
It was worth a shot, but not the right one. I have
A back shot?
Nah. I have the option to have the ability to exceed 9th tier magic. That's one thing I was gonna wish for or want.
Reminder, though she is one of Dova's children, Dova is not the deity of magic.
True. Okay. I would have to ask Maka that. Okay. Then okay, shit. I have two. Oh, there's one. Get a body for the dragon soul I currently have. Two. Make it so that dragons are super friendly to me. And I say that both because the dragon soul and because the egg is going to hatch and
Well,
it's going to be a dragon.
I want you to
It
be
would be-
aware, by the way, Moria, as you continue this, it is the first most prevalent thought in her mind, like, this is what I want, thing. So you can have multiple thoughts in your head, but it's going to be the most wanted thing in Moria's mind. Continue.
Yeah. So those two, I think between those two, it would be dragons being super friendly to her, but her true passion lies with like magic, but this person can't grant that and she knows that, or at least not the magic she's looking for. Yeah, I think in the end, oh, what was supposed to be that one? Oh, goddamn,
You,
Gash.
you really want Gesh to simp over you again, huh?
You
No.
really do.
Never, bro.
No, I just want I just want when the egg
By the way,
hatches
out of
to
character,
be-
Gesh, that D100 roll where I said stay the same or not was to see if you become a female again or not.
I know.
Okay, good.
But I could have become an evolver. I missed it by 2.
Yeah.
The only thing that I could have thought of in that situation was getting from the 5 in the game the demon situation over.
What if I wish for the same thing as the Jonas did?
Which was?
Stat increase?
The stat increase that
could.
didn't even do anything.
Bro, you have the highest stat
Yeah.
total of the entire fucking
I got
party.
an extra
That be
20.
wider, you know?
I got
Like
an
what?
extra
3 of your
20 stat
stats are
points.
above 20?
No.
Yeah, you got an extra
Okay.
20 stat points and you're like the lowest of the party still, Jonas.
Yeah, I'm still 10 below Okran.
You guys are literally demigod status at this point.
Warrior is like beyond us.
No,
Moria,
okay.
the most prevalent thing in your mind. Drip.
Okay, the two most prevalent things in my mind are the means to find what I need to redeem my sister, and being super good with dragons. Those are my two things, guys. I need your help with
Roll a
this.
D2. Roll a D2.
No,
Fuck
don't,
it, fine.
don't leave it up to
I
luck.
heard
What would
something about-
Moria be more interested in?
There's something about the sister, but
There's two things, because I know that I know for a fact my sister can be redeemed. The dragon said as such. I need to focus on what I did in the past in order to find the way to do it. I'm thinking of just asking for something that would help me get to that easier, or because Moria has been apparently entrusted with the egg of the sister of Dova to be super friendly, to exude something that would make dragons and dragonoids like her very much, so that it would be easier for the dragon to for me to imprint goodness on the dragon.
I would say make it easier for your sister because I feel like the egg could be interesting.
I wish I missed.
Shall we say?
I really wish I wished for immunity to shitting myself.
Maybe just give your permanent
Granted, your
constipation.
asshole is now sealed.
Yeah,
What do you guys
He just
think?
puts a diaper
Okran
on me.
is voted for the sister. What do you guys think?
sister.
Sister.
All right. The thing I want most in the world is the means to have a better chance at reconciling, I guess, or redeeming my sister. That's what I want most.
Well, as you think this, you feel your connection to the dining hall ends as you all awaken. Moria, you continue
Yeah.
to sleep for a second, and the memories of your past flush through your head. Summoning devils to kill your family. Making a deal. You can't recall the importance of the devils. You just recall the signature, the marking of said devil that you summoned. And a single name, whispered by Sara's breath, enters your mind. Oriel. And that's where we're going to end the session.